indie game fans, on top of PAX East, which is rounding up today, we also had GDC 2019 as well as the Nindies Spring Showcase all in quick succession, so here are 10 more upcoming indie games which I have my eye on.
Wait, I think I was called here for a purpose. It looks like I've got work to do. And this time, I have help!
Special shoutout goes to the not quite indie but still indie mega collaboration Cadence of Hyrule, which is one instance of Nintendo trusting one of the biggest IPs to an indie developer, and being a huge fan of Crypt of the Necrodancer, this just might tip me over the edge in getting a Switch.
We took care of the world because no one else would. Locked out the deadlands and people outside. Braced behind our barrier for what was to come. It still wasn't enough. So we isolated ourselves from Shadra, the land we were supposed to protect. What was the difference between the people on the inside or the outside? Neither of them gave a damn about the beings that power our way of life. Our barrier. Trespassers are the same, whether they come from inside the barrier or out. Murdering living creatures for a tiny piece of home. We thought we could keep everything safe, protect everything that mattered, everyone that mattered. We are the caretakers, and we were wrong.
Quick one here since not much has been shown, but We Are The Caretakers is a squad-based RPG with a conservationist theme and stunning art. The sequel to 2016's similarly named Valhalla, Nirvana takes place in another setting, on an artificial island in the Caribbean, but features the same core gameplay of being a bartender, serving up drinks and getting to know your customers, with a branching story that depends on what you serve. The original was very well received, so look out for this next year. Heave Ho is, surprisingly, the next game from the developer of the ultra-violent Mother Russia Bleeds. This is a physics-based action game with, I presume, intentionally difficult controls since you control a legless creature and have to swing your way to the goal in each level. A little bit of mount your friend's DNA in this, and the co-op looks to be pretty fun. Hell is Other Demons is an arena action shooter along the lines of games like Super Crate Box and Gunlock. I love the look of this, with the striking colours and pixel art. Vigil, The Longest Night comes to us from Taiwanese indie developer Glass Heart Games and is an action platformer that cites Salt and Sanctuary and Castlevania as inspirations. This gives me some Bloodborne vibes as well, especially with the grotesque enemy designs. Not sure if this is a Metroidvania per se, but there is a skill tree as the main progression system. Nanotale is the second entry in the Typing Chronicles series and is the follow-up to 2016's Epistory. Essentially a typing action-adventure RPG, this entry features much improved visuals and a new setting where you now play as Rosalind, a novice archivist whose job is to study and catalogue the mysteries of the planet. Of course, things eventually deteriorate, since the game's description includes epic magical fights. Wintermoor Tactics Club is a charming little game about students who are in the school's D&D club, who then have to become heroes as the school erupts into a snowball tournament. I love the art in this, and the light tactics RPG may just be the thing to balance the increasing complexity of other games in the genre. I mentioned in yesterday's video that I love chill city builders, and Airborne Kingdom certainly fits in the category. The low poly art always helps with the chill vibes, and as the previously mentioned Flotsam is to water, this game is to air, so the concept alone is very intriguing. Creature in the Well was covered during the Nindies Spring Showcase and is a Zelda-style action-adventure game with the unique hook of having pinball mechanics in it, having to bounce around projectiles to hit bumpers and targets. I thought that it would be a matter of time before we see pinball being integrated into another genre in the same way that Yoku's Island Express did, and this does indeed look fantastic. finally, the one that takes the cake is Cyber Shadow, a ninja action platformer that sees you unlocking your clan's ancient powers in the fight against synthetic beings. Awesome 8-bit art with modern sensibilities, which is very impressive indeed. I'm loving the trend of ninja games coming back in vogue, with last year's The Messenger, Cyber Shadow, and of course, the upcoming Bushiden, so here's to more of them in the future. This is being published and supported by Yacht Club Games, creators of Shovel Knight, while the main developer goes by the handle Mecha on Twitter, and based on what is shown off thus far, I'm very confident in the quality of this title. For more upcoming indie games, check out the previous video or click on the playlist and I will see you after the jump.